Hey friends, family, gamers, it's the Velvet Wave Shinobi, and I'd like to welcome you all to Volume 2 of my Revisit and Redesign series. Now today we're going to look at this crop farm that I built when I started this world. To start off, let's crunch some numbers so I can give you an idea of how inefficient it was when I first started out. This first layer of farmland is split down the middle, and there are 9 dispensers on each side. Each of these dispensers has a bucket in it. Now if we head upstairs, I copied this same template. Now this was my first attempt at making a major farm, as well as doing some major redstoning. But crunching the numbers, you can see that between the buckets and the dispensers alone, I'm wasting about 72 total crafted resources. Now that I know a little bit more about redstone and my building has evolved, I think it's time to give this farm some renovations. Now as you guys will see in a future video, I really love naming things in Minecraft. But for now, let me introduce you guys to my netherite shovel Sherlock Holmes. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, why would he name his netherite shovel Sherlock Holmes? Well, it's because it always gives me the scoop. Now I hope I didn't lose too many of you guys right there with that corny dad joke. But anyway, with my trusty shovel Sherlock Holmes, we started digging up the farmland. Now here's another corny joke for you anime nerds out there. I named my smite axe Argante. Now for those of you who didn't get it, Argante is wielded by Baragon, this guy here, who's a character from Bleach. Bleach is one of my favorite animes, and among all the things that I reference in my tool naming, Bleach is one of the most frequent. After taking down all of the wasted wood and glass that I had on this build, I figure it's time to start from near scratch. Near scratch meaning I want to maintain some of the structure from the original build, but I definitely think I can upgrade the shape. So I started off by getting some more dark oak and built out the frame a little bit better. I think before I had some fences here. And although I was going for a little bit more dimension in the build, I don't think fences were the right choice at the time. But hey, when you know better, you do better. Now once I finished the base, it was time to tackle the roof. Originally I had it flattened off and it didn't look right. So I came in with some more glass and dark oak and gave it more of an arch look. After I was done capping off the roof, I went along the side of the build with some glass panes. Now glass panes are a good building trick when you have flat walls, but want to give them more dimension. Can't forget this lantern. Gotta reuse that later. So this farm, I think I'm gonna fill it up with wheat and beetroot. I already have a way to get carrots and potatoes in another farm that I'll show you guys in a future video. Once I was done playing in the dirt, it was time to get back to building. Now to make this farm feel more realistic and natural, I decided to build a farmhouse into the mountain right behind it, to give it a more natural feel. Now I was minding my business until I heard a wandering trader running from a zombie in the back. And as you guys can see, the zombie got one of his llamas. So it was time to save the day. Now if we head upstairs, you'll see that I'm starting to build out what was soon to be the front door of my fake facade farmhouse. Some next finishing details to add up here was a painting, and then of course you gotta close up this back wall. Then I started working on a little sitting area right in front of the window with a table and chair. And with that, the optical illusion was pretty much complete. Now before we go, we gotta add some lighting. The worst thing you could do is not light up a build and then a creeper comes and blows it up. Now back outside, I got some oak and some birch leaves, as well as some oak fences. And I started detailing and putting the final touches on the build. With these final details, I took my time to make sure that I mixed in oak and birch leaves evenly throughout the build. I really enjoyed this part. Not only does my build look natural, as well as overgrown, but it gives it a nice pop of color with the variation of leaves. And I think it's a great improvement of my original greenhouse concept from the beginning. Now flying in from top, giving you guys a nice aerial view, you can see that I sprinkled tons more leaves throughout the build, as well as some vines. Now if we head inside, I stepped up the efficiency of the farm by adding a couple of laths. And then of course, I had to add a villager to live in my farmhouse right here. And guess who it is? It's our buddy Frankie from my last video. Now I think this build is something I can be proud of. It definitely fits my world better and it represents the evolution of my building. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Leave some comments, like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. And remember, love, peace, and wave grease.